During the courting period, men are under some serious pressure to come up with activities to impress and entertain you. This will often be dinner. Once this becomes excruciatingly boring, it's time for the more creative gender to take over. We appreciate your help, but here are the top 5 places to never bring your guy on a date.
The opera. I mean, if you're not into the arts, I would say that fear of snoring might be a factor. You know, that's not a good one to do on a date. And even though I love to speak Italian, I have no clue what's going on. So that is another factor, especially if there's a fat lady.
Destination number 1, the opera. I know what you're saying. My man is very cultured. He loves art. Well, maybe you're right. I mean, what guy wouldn't want to blow a couple $100s to watch an overly costumed man and sing in a language he doesn't know for hours on end? My suggestion, bring him to a play in English, at least to understand what's going on, and won't be counting the seconds till the fat lady sings. All right, number 2, don't take your man on a hike. Unless you're dating Davy Crockett, he probably sees nature as highly overrated. Sure, it's active, but that doesn't outweigh the bugs, the sweating, and the hungry coyotes. More food for thought, a day of exertion doesn't end in a lively night in the sack. If you want to really incorporate nature, take us to the beach for a sunset, or at least somewhere close to civilization.
The mall. Shopping. They can't make up their minds, I guess. Because they're more concentrated on the clothing. I mean, you need them focused. Focused in the right spot. We're not out shopping, we're on a date to get to know each other.
Shopping has always been something that most men try to avoid. We're perfectly fine wearing our own threads as long as they still fit and have been worn more than 3 times this week. If we do end up going shopping, a man will do this alone. This allows us to like something, take a look at the size and price, and buy it or not. Men's sizes come in S, M, L, or XL. I'm an L, in case you were wondering. Bottom line, a guy's ideal date doesn't involve him carrying a purse and telling you don't look fat in those shoes.
Anything with eating like spaghetti or something messy, like you don't want to be embarrassed and like have stuff all over your face. Anything to do with where you have a chance to be like embarrassed, I guess.
Well, here's a place that you might be happy to hear your man doesn't want to be brought to on a date. The pub. This is a place where your guy goes to watch sports, drink beer, eat fried food, and be the manimal that he doesn't want you to see. The last thing a guy wants is to be sitting across the table from you, wing sauce all over his face, while all the other male customers stare at your assets.
A couple other places like going on a long trip, you know, inconvenient. Delays. I mean, I hate traffic. That's why I live in downtown Toronto. So, you know, take the TTC anywhere you want to go within a night.
Lastly, if you're looking to go on a date longer than a day, traveling might seem fun, but it's something that gives men more of a headache than it does a vacation. This just in, men can be extremely cheap. Traveling is not. Most of the time, we won't see this as time together, but time away from our jobs and an extremely overloaded inbox on our return. Not to be anti-exotic destination, but all us men end up getting out of it is a terrible sunburn, a maxed out credit card, and a terrible case of Montezuma's revenge. All right, if I'm coming off as a complete pessimist, I am very sorry. I totally understand if you don't want to agree with any of these suggestions. Just keep this list in mind, though, the next time you go to take your guy out and he says, "Do we have to?"